Hi guys, Rob here today. I'm coming from the Crimson Resort and Spa in sunny Boracay. Here I'm staying at the suite room, which I can see the ocean view over there. It's a beautiful view, which I'll show you in a sec. But let's take a look at this resort in more detail. The resort opened in 2018 and has 192 rooms. This is a luxury 5-star resort, so if you want to do a bit of this is the perfect place to do it. I previously just stayed at the Shangri-la Boracay, so I'm going to compare the two at the end of the video to see the pros and cons of each, so you'll be able to make up your mind where you prefer to stay. I'll give also my opinion where I think is the better resort to stay at. So looking at its location first, Boracay Island is located in the central part of the Philippines. The resort is shown with a red pin. As I zoom into the island, I'll change it to a satellite view so you can see those amazing colours of the waters around Boracay. The island is quite small, only 7 kilometres in length. If you fly in, the airport is on the mainland. Hopefully you can see that on the map, on the bottom right corner. You'll have to catch a boat over to Boracay. The resort does offer transfers from the airport. If you fly to the other airport in Calibo, it's an extra charge. So Boracay Island itself, I wanted to show you what everyone really comes for. On the western side is White Beach, a 4-kilometre stretch of beautiful white sandy beach. Boracay is one of the most beautiful beaches in the world, and it's one of the top destinations of the Philippines, as you can see why. This is the most touristy part of the island and where most of the resorts and other tourist related establishments are located. It's this amazing beach that attracts all the tourists here. It's just stunning. They cleaned it up recently and you may have seen it all on the news. Basically they've cleaned up all the unnecessary man-made problems such as pollution. It's a cleaner beach and it's more regulated. Hopefully it'll stay that way for generations to come. And guys, the beach faces west, so you can get some of the best sunsets you'll ever see. Along the beach, apart from the resorts, there's plenty of places to eat and shop and spend all your hard-earned money. D-Mall is one of the more popular shopping areas, and it's a good reference point if you wanted to take the free transfers from Crimson Resort to White Beach. Crimson Resort is not actually located on White Beach, but on the northern end of the island. It's on its own private beach, and that's why if you wish, you'll need to get transfers to go to White Beach, and I'll show more of that in a moment. So if I zoom in closer to the resort, you can see it as a clutter of buildings in that small area. It's right next door to Movenpick Resort, and just further north of that is the Shangri-La Resort, which I did a review on just recently. So there's 3 resorts basically in this area around that beach. I've actually stayed at all 3, and eventually I'll get to a review of the Movenpick Resort as well. Anyhow, this does make it a bit more secluded than on White Beach, keeping in mind it does share the beach with those other 2 resorts. Looking closer on the map, you can see how the resort is laid out, and next door with the brown roofs is the Movenpick Resort. Just as a matter of interest, I actually travelled from Iloilo to Boracay by via hire van, which is about 5 hours away from Iloilo. So let's look at the resort. I'll let the receptionist give you a quick orientation of the resort and the facilities.
So we have here the resorts map for your guide.
Okay.
So currently we are here at the lobby. For the breakfast, it'll be here, Saffron Cafe. Sorry, sir.
Is that included in the rate?
Room,
okay.
yes. So 6:30 to 10:30. We have 2 other restaurants. We have Azure for lunch and dinner, Modern Asian Grill. We highly suggest this one. And also we have Mosaic for the dinner restaurant. So we have other pools. Kids pool and the main pool, open from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. And we have couple pool, one of our best pools, open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. And unfortunately, this one is not yet available. It's under maintenance.
Okay.
We have also beach activities, kayak and paddleboard from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay.
And also, if you want to relax, we have spa and gym at the village, so B2 level. We have shuttle service going to the mall.
So this is the free transfers I was mentioning before over to White Beach. They're at set times. Otherwise, if you can't make it at those times, you'll have to organise your own transport, which is easily done. So this is one of the 3 swimming pools at the resort. I think it's got the best views for any of the swimming pools in the resort. Perfect panoramic views of the ocean from here. It's perfectly elevated to look over the resort down towards the ocean. Just look at those colours in the water. One of the swimming pools was actually under maintenance as I was there, so I wasn't able to show you this. The second pool is by the beach. This one's larger and busier. You can laze around the pool, and you're also closer to the pool bar if you want to order drinks. The beach is good, but if you compare it to White Beach, it's not quite as beautiful. But here you don't have quite the crowds at White Beach. It is a little bit rocky in parts, but it's still swimmable and a great place to enjoy the beauty of Boracay. If you walk towards the north, you'll pass the Movenpick and come up to the Shangri-la, which all share the same beach here as I've mentioned previously. Looking at the restaurants, the Saffron Cafe was my favourite, as it was just a laid-back, casual place to eat. And the food here was exactly that, casual dining. Nothing too fancy, but reasonably nice food. Breakfast is served here as well, and it's a buffet style, and it's actually quite good. I like the variety of dishes here, different cuisines from local, Asian and Western. I think the amount of dishes they got here will cater for everybody, from cold dishes to hot. There's cereals, fresh juices and fresh fruit. From the traditional breakfast cuisines such as bacon and eggs. And speaking of eggs, they have an egg station to cook how you want them. I thought it was a good buffet. Here's a copy of the all-day dining menu for your reference. You can find this on the Crimson Zone website for the latest menu. Dining in the Azure Beach Club. This restaurant had all the fresh seafood in the front when you walk in. I did stick to eating seafood here, but I had the seafood in the coconut soup, which is quite nice. A good mix of different seafood, but what I really liked was the lava dessert though. That was yum. Here's a copy of the restaurant's menu, and again you can find it on their website if you wish. The Crimson also has their own spa. Here's a copy of the massages they do offer, and they also have a gym on site. So let's have a look at some of the rooms and the prices. When I stayed, I booked a deluxe room with a sea view and a suite room with a sea view. They were nice enough to actually upgrade me for my whole stay in the suite room, which is really nice of them. So I'm going to show you that room in more detail. Looking first at the Crimson's own website, there's a wealth of information on the resort, the facilities and things to do. You can also get more details on their rooms, the room types they offer, and you can book the rooms directly on their website. What I like here is they have add-ons that you can purchase in conjunction with the room type, which I'm going to show you in a moment. So checking the room rates on the Crimson website, I'm going to put the same dates for this and third-party sites so you can compare. The Crimson's website gives you a listing of all the room type rates, and keep a note, these rates are net rates. So if you click on the deluxe room, for instance, you'll be able to see those add-ons that I was talking about, but you'll also see that with taxes, it's another 2,000 or so peso extra. The suite sea view room had an extra 2,629 peso worth of taxes, and that brought it to a total of 16,434 for the room. When you book one of the villas with the plunge pool, you'll get the option of being able to add a floating breakfast or even with a sparkling wine. How awesome is that? Although it is a bit expensive, it's pretty special. Anyhow, the villa rate with tax and without that add-on was nearly 30,000 peso. Looking at third-party sites, Trivago was shown the Crimson's own resort as being the cheapest for this date. This was the same with TripAdvisor, although the rate shown on each site was a bit different. When I checked Agoda, it was a little bit more expensive, just over 11,700 with tax for the deluxe room. Hotels Combined also had the Crimson's own website as the cheapest. So this is a deluxe sea view room. It does look a little small, but everything else looks nice. It's modern and stylish, and this is the sea view that you get from the room. This is the suite sea view room. It has a living area as you walk into the room. It's a nice comfortable space to relax in. There was a coffee and tea making facilities and a complimentary mini bar. And being the sea view, you obviously get this fantastic view of the ocean from the window. There's also a small balcony to sit out on. I think this is an excellent place to have a cold one and watch some of Boracay's amazing sunsets. The bedroom is stylish. You have a little lounge on one side. There was an iPad on the bed table, and the bed itself was nice and comfortable. The wardrobe here had the standard safe, robes, and places to hang your clothes. And this is the view you get from the bedroom. It had automatic blinds. To the side was the bathroom. The bathroom was a nice size with 2 basins. It came with bath gels and soaps. It was really stylish. Overall, I thought the whole suite room was stylish all over. I was really impressed by it. An excellent room to stay at. I have to mention the staff were just fantastic. They really went out of your way to make sure your stay was comfortable. And I would say up there with the best that I stayed at. Overall, an excellent resort. I really loved my stay here. The place looked modern, upmarket and stylish. I really want to go back and try out one of their villas next time. So comparing this to the Shangri-la Boracay, first I have to say they are both excellent resorts. Each has their pros and cons, and I wouldn't hesitate to stay at either. The Shangri-La is a bigger resort, it's older, so it doesn't have that modern classy look as the Crimson. But what it does have, it's more green, and what I mean by that is it's got more palm trees and gardens that you can walk around, and it's a really relaxing setting. The rooms are good at the Shangri-La, but they're not as modern as the Crimson. I felt the staff at the Crimson were a little bit better. They were just prepared to go out of their way a little bit more. And this just provided a little bit more of an overall better experience. And again, I'm not talking about huge differences, they're just little ones. So I personally like the more contemporary feel to the Crimson, and that's why I like it a little bit more. As I said, both are excellent resorts. If you're looking for a 5-star luxury resort in Boracay, you can't get much better than these. If you'd like to see more reviews and travel videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Be safe.